The computer was born to solve problems that did not exist before. Good morning, my name is Musa, and I will be speaking to you today about the use of computers in the field of medicine. I am studying electrical system technology, and I'm doing 2 programming classes this semester, so pretty much I have to use computers every day. My discussion of this topic will discuss the advancements computers bring in our life and how we've been able to use them in the medical field to do advanced research and develop some new medicines that we never had before. Now, imagine growing up before the 1970s when we never had computers in the field of medicine, because computers started emerging in the field of medicine in the late 70s. Before then, we never had computers used in the field of medicine. Imagine going to the hospital, having to sit through the lines, having to wait for the doctors to check you and then go through their files and look everywhere to find the person that is waiting in line. Imagine just the pain it must have felt. Fast forward to 1970s when we started using computers in the field of medicine to check medical records, to use them for diagnosis, to use them for treatment, and so forth. This is a picture of pre-surgery, pre-computer time, how they used to do surgery, and how we never had a scan to find where we actually need to find the disease that is supposed to be do surgery on. And they had to cut through the bone to see where actually there is a problem. And sometimes they will cut through and then find out that, oh yeah, this is not the place, we have to go a little bit further. But fast forward to computer times, we now have most of those things today. Also, like doing in the hospitals before we started using computers, it used to be like a very tough time for doctors and nurses to keep track of each other because there was no set system of computer arrangement wherein you could just get in touch and then have everything that you needed about the patient that you were going to be treating. Now that I've discussed how we lived our life pre-computer time in the field of medicine, I'm going to be giving some brief update about what computers have brought in our life today in terms of how we use it and how it has helped us to improve our life and make our system speedy. Now look at that picture on the screen. Before we had computers, we never had the capability to do CT scans, to do advanced medical scans, to do advanced discovery, and then to do advanced research in the field of medicine that would have eventually helped us to cure most of our diseases and help us to improve our life. Now today, because of computers and the improvements they have brought into our life, doctors are able to predict what is going to happen to the patient after doing some diagnosis on them and after doing some treatment, and they can actually tell the patient how long they are going to stay in the hospital based on the kind of sickness they have and based on the diagnosis they had during the diagnosis process. Before computers, we never had the advantage or the luxury of knowing how long we are going to stay in the hospital or how long we are going to be returning back to our family home. But now today, with the convenience of computers in our life, we have all those things available to us. And just imagine how, like, if we had a broken bone in the past before computers, how the doctors had to like break it over maybe and then had to like put it back together. But now today we have CT scans and then we have X-ray scans that can actually scan the bone and know exactly where the problem is. Before we had computers, people were passing with broken bone without actually realizing, or having like a misplaced bone without actually knowing what is going on. But today, just a few scans and then you can see everything that is going on in your body, and it helps us to cure ourselves and then to do diagnosis it even also help us in a field of trying to scan for cancer and then seeing what is wrong with the bone. Now, we have, with the help of computers today, we have so many options for diagnosis and treatment of our sicknesses that used to be called incurable. Even though today they are still incurable, but mostly we have a very good chance of surviving when we had these sicknesses today than we had in the future. Chemotherapy is one of those things that we have today available to us with the help of computers and research. And radiation therapy is also one of those options that we have today. Like, if you can see the previous picture where they do scan on the body and see through radio signals, they can definitely pick up what is going on in the body and then what is needed to be done to kill the sickness. Doctors now have the luxury today to do all of those things because of computers. And we also have a very advanced computer system today that can do advanced research in the field of medicine to really help us and help us improve our life, and also to give us an update on how best we can actually be healthy and improve our system, and give us some future prediction, like what you are supposed to do to keep healthy and how much of this vitamin do you need. We do all those things today because of computers. And now today we have remote sensors doctors use to check on their patients. We never had those luxury in the past when we never had computers. Now that we have all these things listed out, we've discussed the medical field before the computers, and we've discussed how computers help us to improve our life today in terms of radiation therapy, chemotherapy, and then research in the medical field. Um, Now we can focus on why computers are very important in our life. Besides the medical field, we know that every one of us use computers in our daily life as well. So the importance of computers cannot be overly stated because we all experience how they are very important to us. And I chose this topic because I know how important and how very often I use computers every day. And I know it's very important to all the other fields as well. In conclusion, I found computers very interesting and helpful in every aspect of our life today, but most so in making our life better, especially for the medical doctors and the nurses that use it more often for diagnosis and for their patient. Some people consider computers to be a threat to humanity. Like, so many scientists have predicted that computers are going to take over human race and they are going to do something. But the convenience and the important things they are doing for us in the field of medicine and in our daily life is more than what we can actually predict that they are going to do in the future. And we all know that computers can even be used to do a lot more than what they are doing right now. After all, we all use computer in our daily life, and we should be grateful for that because there are some places in the world wherein they don't have access to the advanced technology we have in the Western world, and diagnosis and sickness, some of them maybe die from sicknesses that they are not supposed to be dying from, but because they don't have the advanced technology that we have in the Western world, they just die from it. So we should be grateful for that. And thank you so much for listening to me today.